Hare Krishna. So, tomorrow is the most auspicious day, the August appearance of transcendental appearance of Lord Narsingadev. So, let us talk and hear about Supreme Lord Narsingadev, who descends to protect his dear devotee Prahlad Maharaj. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं जन सोऽयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवनं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरघुनाथं वितन्तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सगणललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषाभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So thank you very much. Tomorrow is the most auspicious August transcendental appearance of Lord Narsingadev. So Lord Narsingadev is the fourth incarnation of the Lord. Lord has many incarnations. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has many incarnations. Avatarahi asankhya harer. It is stated in Bhagavatam that Hari has so many incarnations, just like waves in the ocean. Avatarahi asankhya harer. Chapter 1, text 3, 26 verse. So Lord has many innumerable incarnations. रामादि मूर्ति सुकलनीय मनतिष्ठन नाना अवतारम अकरोध भुवनेषु किंतु कृष्णा स्वयं समभवात् परम पुमन्य गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि. So Narsingadev also incarnated. Lord is incarnated as a very, very wonderful form, as a half lion and half man, Narsingadev, to protect his devotee. So this is the reason why the Lord appeared. And particularly the subject matter of Narsingadev is very, very important because it is the fight between atheist and atheist. And when this is a perennial fight, there is an eternal true story. Because the atheist class, they do not accept the existence of the God. They defile the existence of the God. They deny the existence of the God. So they defy the supremacy of the Lord. So as a result, there is always a perennial conflict. And to resolve this conflict, Lord, every millennium, He has descended and He has incarnated to protect His devotee and annihilate the miscreants, those who deny God. So this story is very, very important, relevant. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamya paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya cha duskritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavani juge juge. So this is the business of the Lord. This is the primary reason for the Lord to come down to protect His devotees and annihilate the miscreant. So in this regard, there's a beautiful verses is there. So and particularly this subject matter is very, very important subject matter because Srila Prabhupada has extensively spoken about the seventh chapter, extensively spoken about the Prahlad Maharaj Narsingadeva Avatara, the appearance of the Lord Narsingadeva and Prahlad Maharaj. So this seventh canto, and Sukadev Goswami has invested 10 chapter, more than even Rasapancha, the 10th cup, Rasalila, the highest love of Godhead. Because unless we come to the point, unless we follow, not imitate, follow or imbibe the quality of great exalted Mahajana like Prahlad Maharaj, we cannot approach to the loftiest Radha Krishna love. So we should imbibe. The seventh chapter is the characteristic of that is called Uti. Uti means Swabhava, nature of a atheist and theist. One is Prahlad Maharaj, one is his father Hiranyakashipu. And exactly this is very tremendously relevant. Therefore, Prabhupada has extensively given lecture, because modern civilization is representation of the Hiranyakashipu. What is the modern civilization? What is the business of the aim of a materialistic man? Hiranya. Hiranya means gold, money. Everybody is running after money from day to night, hustling, bustling to the office, undergoing enormous stressful life, exceedingly busy life to get the money only. So Hiranya, gold. Kashipu means bed, sex. Everybody is after the sex life. Everybody after this sense gratification. Ninnam from pramata kurute vikramaya indriya pritya punnati. Kandunena karu bahu dukha dukha vajja. Yen motanadi sukham it ucham. This is very nicely Prahlad Maharaj has spoken, that everybody is after this sex life. Yen motanadi grihamadhi sukham itucham. This sukham, they are after mad after this kind of thing. Kasipu means bed, sex. That is the main sukham adi rasa. Yan mauthunadi grihamedi. This materialistic people, those who do not accept the supremacy of the Lord, or who do not, who do deny the existence of the God, for them this is the adi rasa, this highest sukha, Hiranyakasipu. And also Hiranyakasipu wanted the prolonged life, because although you may get money, you may get happiness or sense gratifications, particular sex life, nice, but because our existence in a non-existential platform, so everybody is fearful of that. No, I want to be eternal. I want to stay permanently. I want to permanently enjoy this world. That is exactly this mentality of Hiranyakasipu. He wanted that. That I want to become so powerful. Nobody can beat me, defeat me, and I will have so much money. I will enjoy sense gratification to the fullest extent, and also I will live long. Nobody can die. Therefore, Prabhupada has extensively given lecture so that the modern civilization, modern man can understand that what is the pitfall of this modern civilization. Just like the how the Hiranyakasipu was raid, was devastated, decimated by this Hiranyakasipu. On the other hand, Prahlad Maharaj's nature is very good. Although he was threatened by his father, his only fault is he has got consciousness. But he doesn't have enemy, but he has got so much enemy. That is the nature. Because devotee, even Krishna himself came, and he has got also enemy. He has to kill so many demons. What to speak about the devotee? Although devotee is Ajata Satrava, it is stated that devotee has no enemy, but devotee has enemies. Devotee has no enemy, but other people they make envious of. Just like Krishna, for him, everybody is his own part and parcel. But there are so many demons he wanted to kill, Krishna. Even a god they wanted to kill. How foolish. So this is the subject matter of today's, seventh canto. Subject matter, the story of Prahlad Maharaj and Narsingadev, how the Lord came to particular purpose to rescue his devotee, to protect his devotee, save his devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was staying in Puri, and he every day he used to go to Tota Gopinath and hear the the characteristic of Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsingadev, all the things. Every day, 2 to 3 hours from Gadadhar Pandit. So how much he was releasing the God himself who came to establish the highest love of Madhurya Rasa. He is releasing this Prahlad, the characteristic of Prahlad Maharaj, the seventh canto, the story of Prahlad Maharaj Nrsingadev. Therefore, Sukadev Goswami is telling Parikit Maharaj is telling that when the characteristic of a story, a pastime, transcendental pastime of the Lord mixed with the transcendental pastime of the devotee, it is more releasable. So the seventh canto is so releasable. Everybody must read this seventh canto. So today we are going to learn about the Narsingadev appearance. So Narsingadev appearance very nicely is given by the Dasavatara Stuta. Dasavatara Stuta is given by Jayadev Goswami, the introduction to Gita Govinda. In that there is 10 incarnation, primary principal incarnation has been glorified. And in the fourth incarnation, very nicely written, Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakadvuta Sringha Dalita Hiranya Kasipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So Tabakara Kamala Bare, my Lord, your palm is like a lotus, very soft like lotus flower. And from lotus flower it grows the transcendental nails, which is really contradictory. We have never seen that lotus from lotus flower there is there is something growing like nails. That to this nails is so wonderful nails. It is never being seen. Contradictory it is, but adbhuta. Therefore, he says that adbhuta. Adbhuta means wonderful because Lord's activities is always adbhuta. Adbhuta karmana. There is a beautiful verses in this Adbhuta Karmana. In these verses, it is advised that Prabhupada also given lecture in this verse. I never know. Gorakhpur. So in these beautiful verses, 11:3:27, it is said that Sravanam Kirtanam Dhyanam Harer Adbhuta Karmana. This is wonderful because Lord is inconceivable, Lord is transcendental. His activities is inhuman, inconceivable, incomprehensible, wonderful, marvelous. Therefore, Sravanam Kirtanam Dhyanam Harer Adbhuta Karmana Janma Karma Gunanam Cha Tadarthya Akhila Chestatam. So, everybody should hear, chant, and remember the wonderful activity. Tabakara Kamala Bare Adbhuta Sringa, Adbhuta. The nails is very Adbhuta, wonderful. So, and Lord has killed this Hiranyakasipu just like a wasp we killed within the fingernail. He like killed like this. He wanted to kill God. He wanted to compete with God. Who can compete with God? Who can kill God? God is supreme powerful, supremely powerful. Matha parataram nanyant kinchid asti dhananjaya. Nobody can equal and even above the God. Asama urdhaya. So this is all fallacy, false pride. I want to become a God. So when this Hiranyakasipu, Hiranyakya, two demons, they were, when Hiranyakya particularly killed by Baraha avatar, as I told, Harer Asankhya Avatara, Asankhya Avatara, Harer is so many, Advaitam, Atitam, Anadir, Ananta Rupam, so many incarnations Lord comes. When Lord comes to kill, when Lord came and killed his brother Hiranyakya, who took this earth from the orbit and put it, thrown into the Garbhadakya ocean. So there was a fight and Lord in Baraha Avatar killed his brother. So to take the revenge, because the demons are very revengeful. On the other hand, the devotees are very forgiving, just like Prahlad Maharaj. Although he was attempted to kill, he was tortured, but still, when being asked the benediction from Narsingadev, Prahlad Maharaj is asking, please liberate my father. So that was different. This is called Uti. This called swabhava, this nature of a atheist and a theist. And there's a fight. This fight is going on also now. So this fight was going on, and Hiranyakasipu was very, very revengeful, and he wanted to become very powerful than Vishnu, the Krishna, the Supreme Lord. See, this is the nature of atheist class people. They wanted to become God. First of all, they deny the existence of the God. If they say that there is somebody powerful, they wanted to become powerful. They wanted to become a God. So he was fearing that Vishnu killed my brother Hiranyakya. He may kill me. So therefore, he devised a plan. They were very smart. And they underwent penances. He went to Mandrachal mountain, and he underwent severe penances, severe austerity. Not for devotional service, but to get this power. And thousand celestial here, he was worshipping Brahma, he was meditating Brahma to get the benediction of immortality, because he wanted to become immortality. That is the problem. The demons are doing austerity, but this austerity is not recommended. This is for material purpose. Mukunda Mala Sutra, it is said that what is the use of austerity? There are so many verses. What is the use of this austerity? If it is devoid of devotional service. Idam vipusma, what is that? Jati Shastra, everything is useless. Tapa, japa, jati Shastra. Bhagavata Bhakti Hinasya, japa, tapa, jati, everything, all tapa, austerity are apranasya deham, lokasya, lokam niranjanam. This is all useless waste of time, because it is not devotional service. But demons are very, very much smart. They wanted no materialistic thing. They want to solve the problem of death by materialistic way. But they have no idea, nobody can solve the death. Janma Murtyu Jara Vyadhi. Nobody can solve this obnoxious misery by any other means. They do not know, and eventually they meet the God. They deny the God, but they meet the God eventually in the form of death. Murtu sarva rasa chaham. So he underwent 1000 of celestial year. Brahma was very pleased. He came. What do you want? No, I want immortality. There's a beautiful verses in this chapter. Also, we have no time. Otherwise, we should go the summary study of all the chapter. Then we can know very nicely everything. These beautiful verses where he is asking the benediction to Brahma, and Brahma pleased and came to the Hiranyakasipu. So he is asking, "Oh my Lord, oh best of the givers of benediction, if you will kindly grant me the benediction I desire, please let me not meet death from any of the living entity created by you." See how they are smart, roundabout way. He wanted immortality, and that is not possible. Because he wanted immortality. Brahma could not give immortality. Ah Brahma bhuvanal loka punaravartina Arjuna. Even Brahma also has to die. Although Brahma has a prolonged lifetime of 11 million, 311 trillion 40 billion years. So much prolonged lifetime, but still he has to die. Ah Brahma bhuvanal loka punaravartina Arjuna. Chapter 8 is 16. Therefore, he could not give the immortality benediction. Understanding this one, so Hiranyakasipu is very clever. He wanted to cheat Brahma. He wanted a roundabout in benediction, so that it will cover, it will be tantamount to be immortal. So what he is asking to Brahma, that is quite impossible. No, grant me that I not die with any residence or outside any residence during the daytime or at night time, nor on the ground or in the sky. Grant me that my death not be brought about any being created by someone other than you, nor by any weapon, nor by any human being or animal. So that was the benediction. He was asking benediction that I won't be killed anywhere without residence. See how he is clever. Prabhupada is written, Hiranyakashipu was very much afraid of Vishnu becoming an animal to kill him, because his brother had been killed by Vishnu when Lord took the shape of a boar. So he was therefore very careful to guard against all kind of animals. But even without taking the shape of animal, Vishnu could kill him by hurling his Sudarshan Chakra, which can go anywhere without Lord's physical presence. Therefore, Hiranyakashipu was careful to guard against all kind of weapons, guarded against all kind of time, space, country, because he was afraid of being killed by someone else, another land, in another land. There are many other planets higher, lower. So he is very, very clever. He was covering everything. He knows that. Then Vishnu can come anywhere. Actually, Lord can kill these demons like anything. Sudarshan Chakra. He does not need to come. Anugrahasya, although he is Ugra, but he is Anugraha. That is the understanding, higher understanding of Hiranyakashipu form. Hiranyakashipu is Ugra. Everybody is fearing Ugra avatar. But Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatamukha Narsimam Paramam Daivam. So Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatamukha Narsimam Paramam Murtum Murtum. So this Ugra Rupa, but at the same time he is also Anugraha. For devotee, he is Anugraha. The same hand, he was blessing this Prahlad Maharaj. The same hand, he is ripping apart, doing the surgery, heart surgery, ripping apart the chest of Hiranyakashipu. The same hand. For devotee, he is very much Anugraha. Anugrahasya Bhaktanam. Actually, Lord could have killed him, as Prabhupada says that he can send Sudarshan Chakra. Easy to kill 1 minute. But Anugrahasya Bhaktanam, to give pleasure, to protect the devotee, to show the mercy to the devotee, he comes. This is very nice verses. In Brahma is speaking very nice in these beautiful verses. 10:33-36. Not Brahma, I think. 10:33-36 very Anugrahaya Bhaktanam. Is Ugra, but at the same time is Anugrahaya. Very merciful. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusim Deham Astita Bhadite Tadriskida Yasruta Tatparabhavet. When the Lord assumed a human-like body to show mercy to his devotee, he engaged in such pastime as will attract those who hear about them to become dedicated. So Lord is taking all kind of different form. Like Krishna, he came as human form. What for? Anugrahasya, to show mercy to his devotee and engage this pastime, so that whosoever will hear this, they will be attracted. Who hear that how Lord has come to protect his devotee. Satyam vidhatum nijavritta vasitam. To prove the statement of the devotee, he came out from the column and killed this nonsense Hiranyakashipu. So this is the thing, that to anugraha, to show mercy to. Otherwise, killing is not his business. Killing, he can kill anywhere. He doesn't need to come for killing this animal. Sorry, killing this atheist. In another verses also it is stated that, my Lord, you don't come for all these things. What is that verse? 10:14-37. Prapancha nisprapancham tvam. 10:14-37. He says the prapancha nisprapancham tvam vidambhayasi bhutale prapana. Oh. प्रपंच निष्प्रपंचपि बूढ़ाम भय से भूतले प्रपन्न जनतानंद सोडहम प्रतीतम प्रभु. This is a beautiful verse. It says the prapancha nisprapanchapi bidam bhaya se bhutale. My dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, come to this earth, imitate material life, just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your surrender. To give bliss, Prahlada, Pratishta Rupena Allada, his transcendentally blissful object, to give him more pleasure, to strengthen his faith, to more give, increase his pleasure, bliss, Lord is happier. Otherwise, Sudarshan Chakra is very immediately, he can, kill this Hiranyakashipu. To set an example that Pratijani Konteyo Name Bhakta Pranasati, my devotee will never perish. To prove that, so he has come. Also, to set an example of a devotee, although Prahlad Maharaj underwent so much severe torture, He was being tormented, tortured, he was being thrown from the cliffs, he was born in the fire, he was administered poison, despite all the things, but his faith on Supreme Lord has never shaken. So therefore one should, of course one should not imitate, but one should follow Mahajana Jaina Gata Sapanta. He is the, out of 12 Mahajan, he is the youngest Mahajan. We should follow the Mahajana, him, how his faith is completely unswerving, how he is surrendering. Such exalted devotee. His father, own father, wanted to kill him so many ways, but he was totally unsaked. He was totally absorbing in the thought of Nrsingadev. He is always meditating Nrsingadev, always chanting his name. That is his thing. All his own family men against him. That is the characteristic of Prahlad Maharaj. So in this way, Hiranyakasipu got this benediction of him, so-called immortality, roundabout way. So many way he tried to protect. He wanted to solve the Janma Murti Jara Vyadhi, the obnoxious misery of material world by materialistic way. That is the problem. All these people actually representing our modern civilization, representing the Hiranyakasipu. Everybody wants to secure by bank balance, by wife, children. They are thinking, oh, is my wife, my children, my bank balance, all my atom bomb that will protect, my country will protect. No, nobody can have a protection in this material world. This is called Murtu Loko. Murtu Sarvarasa Chaham, Krishna says, chapter 10, verse 35. That I will come as a death and takes away all the assets, all association, all your things. Everything will be finished. We cannot solve. Mama maya durataya. Jo me prapadyante maya metam tarate. Jo mam prapadyate maya metam. Unless we surrender to Krishna, we cannot avoid death. We cannot be immortal. Abrahma bhuvanaloko punaravartinna Arjuna. Jai mam prapadyante. What is that? Abrahma bhuvanaloko punaravartinna Arjuna. Mam upantanti konteya. Krishna says that up to Brahma Loko, everybody, Mam Upettitu Konte, Punarjanma Navidyate. Those who surrender to me, Mam Upettitu Konte, Punarjanma Navidyate. Only those people, they can be rescued. Otherwise, there is no way, nobody can be rescued from the death. That is the mistake of Hiranyakasipu and mistake of all this so-called modern civilization, modern materialistic men. They are denying the existence of the God. They want to be immortal. They want to solve their problem of birth, death, by their advancement of science, medicine, technology. That is not possible. That is say that nobody can escape from the death. This is a beautiful verses from Bhagavatam, 3:25, 41, 10:3:27. There's so many verses are there. See, it is said that all so-called materialistic way of the terrible fear of birth and death can never be forsaken by anyone who resort to any other shelter than myself. For I am the Almighty Lord, the Supreme Personality of God, the original source of all creation, also the Supreme Soul of all souls. So you cannot solve the problem just like Hiranyakasipu. He wanted to become immortal, solve the problem of death. No, you cannot. You cannot. There's no way. Anyone other than those who are taking shelter of the, just like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj. Also the same thing Prahlad Maharaj also same say very nicely he is praying to Lord. Very nice verse, important verse. बालस्नेह शरणं पितरो नरसिंह नर्तस्य चादगम उदन्वन्ति मजतनो तप्तस्य तत् प्रतिविदिर्य इहाजशेषता तावद् विभूतनुभृतं त्वत् उपेक्षितानां neglecting you nobody can be saved. Just like a doctor cannot save his patient, a mother cannot save his child. So nobody can be saved. What can be done? They have neglected you. My Lord Nrsingadev was supreme because a bodily conception of life, embodied soul neglected and not cared for you. You cannot do anything for their bit of betterment. Whatever the remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father, mother cannot protect their child. A physician and a medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient. A boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. Although temporary, the solution, but it cannot give a permanent. How long? A mother will save the child. How long a doctor can save the patient? How long a boat can rescue a drowning man? Cannot permanently. Therefore, nobody can avoid the death unless we take shelter of the Lord. So Hiranyakasipu here is trying to be very smart. Then when he was empowered, he was thinking, I am immortal, I am not dead. Just like power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So he absolutely corrupted. So much so that anybody is pious in the country, he was entitled to punishment. He was punished. Anybody is impious, he was rewarded. That was his thing. All this Brahminical, all this that is favorite to Vishnu was punished. Vishnu favorite is Go Brahmana. Go Brahmana hitacha, Nama Brahmana Devaya, Go Brahmana hitacha Jagadita Krishna Govindano. All Brahmanas are punished, all Sudras are uplifted. They were promoted. That was his administration. So much so that all the demigods, Indra, Chandra, all, they flee away from the Indralok. They are so powerful. When he raised his eyebrow, all these devatas, they flee, they are hiding. They are hiding. That was his power. So everybody came to Vishnu and pray that we have to do something. Vishnu, wait a minute, wait a minute. He has not yet done, he has done offenses, but he has not done the biggest offenses. That what is the biggest grievous of offenses? When he offend my devotee, my insult my, the beautiful verses is there, forget which one. When he insult my devotee, forget my insult my and blaspheme my devotee, torture my devotee, I will come and kill him. He sent the demigods. Vishnu sent the demigods. You go, I will kill. But offense to the devotee is like a mad elephant offense. Krishna forgive his offenses because Hiranyakasipu was very envious of Vishnu. Vishnu is looking, where is Vishnu? Where is that Vishnu? I want to kill him. It's fine. What is this Vishnu is? Vishnu is very coward. So many times he insulted Vishnu, but Lord forgiven to Hiranyakasipu. But he was waiting when he going to torture the Prahlad Maharaj. As soon as Prahlad Maharaj was tortured in Hiranyakasipu, he came. He came as Narsingadev and destroyed him. That is the thing. Destroyed him. So Hiranyakasipu was in this way very powerful, and fortunately, see how the coincidence. His son was a Prahlad Maharaj, and he was very, from by birth, he was a pure devotee of the Lord. He was having so much transcendental qualities. This will have another few classes to describe his qualities. It is said that the Prahlad quality of Bhagavatam, if we go through the chapter, each verses in chapter, we can know that so many beautiful verses. It is said that Prahlad Maharaj has so much transcendental qualities of qualities. So much sometimes. He is so prasanta, very good. Mahabhagavata, Mahajana. Out of 12 Mahajana, he is the Mahajana. So much good qualities. So he was teaching his, then he was being sent by his father to Gurukul, and Gurukul he was not in that Gurukul. The Amarka and Sanda Amarka, these two sons of Sukracharya, they were teaching. It's like a demoniac teaching. But Prahlad Maharaj not interested. He was teaching so nicely, so nicely teaching to his peers. Beautiful verses. The 7th canto, 6th chapter is Prahlad Maharaj. He beautifully says that Kaumara acharatya pragya dharman bhagavata hina iha dullabha manusya janma tadapi adirpamartada. So instructive story, instructive lesson. Prahlad Maharaj said that one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In the other words, from the tender age of childhood to practice the activity of devotional service, giving up all other engagement. The human body is most rarely active, and although temporary like other body, it is meaningful. Being in human life, one can perform devotional service. Even a slightest amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. So this is very important. This human form life is so rare. He's telling, although it is temporary, but it has got meaning. because only in this form of life one can achieve the success, one can get the immortality. Murtuma amrutagamaya, only human form of life. So it is very, very unique. Asitam chaturashchaiva laksham jiva tan jiva jatisu. Out of undergoing 8.4 million species of life, one has got this human form of life. And this is only prerogative, privilege to get out from this material misery and go to a spiritual existence, to attain spiritual existence. So therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is telling from the beginning, because we do not know when death comes. Nishwasa nahi vishwasa. Nishwasa nahi vishwasa. Kadaruddha bhavishyati. The beautiful verses is there. Nishwasa nahi vishwasa. Every breath is a death breath. We cannot trust any breath can come and take away our life. Therefore, it is very important that from the beginning of childhood, one should execute Bhagavad Dharma, so that one can get out from this, uh, world of birth and death and attain the immortality. That is the way of getting immortality. And this human form of life is a chance to get this immortality. So he was so nicely teaching, the human form of life afford one a chance to return home back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of the Lord Vishnu. This devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all other living entities. See, the devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu is most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all other living beings. So therefore, this human form of life affords a chance to return home, go back to God. So nicely teaching. So you forget about all this enviousness, this thing, that thing. It is all temporary. The body is temporary. Everything is temporary. So now only concentrate on engaging in devotional service to the Lord and get out from this obnoxious misery. So nice teaching of Prahlad Maharaj. My dear friends, born of demoniac family, the happiness perceived with reference to sense object by contact with body can be obtained in any form of life. But according to the one past fruitive activity, such happiness is automatically obtained without any effort, just as we obtain. So, this happiness we are hankering, so-called material happiness like Hiranyakasipu, so it is already obtained. It can be obtained any form of life, but the devotional service is rare. So, this human form of life is particularly very unique, so that we can do penances, we can execute devotional service, and we attain the Krishna, attain the spiritual existence. So in this way, Prahlad Maharaj's character is very nice. So he was being taught. Then intermittently, just like a student come to see his father in a boarding school and to see his father parents, Prahlad Maharaj came to Hiranyakasipu to see his father. He was being brought to his father. Father asked, "What did you learn?" Just like a father is asking, "What did you learn?" And he nicely he has answered, "My dear Lord, what I learned is, excellent verse. Sri Prahlad Uvacha sadhumanya asuravarya dehinam." He never say my father. The sadhumanya asuravarya is the greatest of asura, the varya means best. The best of asura. The sadhumanya asuravarya dehinam sada samudigna dhyam asada grahat. हित्वात्म पतम गृहमंद कूपम वनम गतया धरिम अर्याश्रत. Very nice, instructive, important verses. Prabhupada extensively quoted this verse, frequently quoted this verse. Prahlad Maharaj replied, "O best of Asura, king of demons, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted a temporary body, temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in dark well where there is no water but only suffering. One should give up this position and go to forest Vana. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavan, where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent. Should thus take shelter of the Supreme Personality of God." Very important. Because our problem is we are thinking this household life is permanent. The temporary house of life is permanent. Therefore, we are embarrassed. We have accepted this temporary asadagrahat, the temporary existence, temporary household life. Therefore, we are embarrassed by anxiety, just like a falling down in the dark well. In dark well, nobody can see. The chances of being rescued also very, very, slim. And nobody also, water is not there. Who is thirsty, you will die. So there is a death is inevitable. Therefore, this temporary life and temporary existence, temporary household life is very embarrassing. It's like very suffering. Therefore, one should go to the forest, go to the Vrindavan and execute Krishna consciousness as soon as possible. So he was really shocked. What is this? Eh? What kind of learning? Then he's asking, who taught you? Eh? This Sanda Amba, did you teach like this? What kind of teaching this is? Eh? No, we did not teach like this. Maybe somebody coming in does incognito, and the demigods and all, because Hiranyakasipu has so many enemies like Indra and all. They're coming and teaching. So no, take him, teach nicely. Then they taught him, they tried to teach, but Prahlad Maharaj could not, he was doing all the things. So in this way, when second time he was being brought again from the boarding school to father, then father is asking that, what did you learn again? Then he told very nicely, he replied, that I learned this devotional service to Vishnu. That made Hiranyakasipu was very, very enraged. So then, in this first meeting, he was also explaining about the uh, nine kind of bhakti. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Artanam, Vandanam, Dasam, Sakham, Atmanivedanam, Iti Punsarpita Vishnu Bhakti Chena Lakana, Kriyeta Bhagavati Yada Tan Manya Aditamutam. So in this fifth chapter also he was explaining that what did I learn. Then this Hiranyakasipu again sent back to him, he told to the Sanda Amarka that you teach him properly, these demigods are coming incognito and misguiding my son. And when his second time meeting, there's a very nice things happening. There's an encounter between father and son. Oh, my friend, son of Pasura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his super soul feature always exists within core of the earth. Indeed, indeed, 7, 8, 7. Then when he was praising the Vishnu, the greatest enemy, the dead enemy of Hiranyakasipu, he was very angry and he wanted to throw it. He told all his soldier, messenger, all his attendant, kill him. That was the atheistic. They cannot even spare their son also. So much envious, so much atheistic nature. But Prahlad Maharaj was very steadfast. Prahlad Maharaj, even though his father, he never gave up the devotional service. The beautiful verses for Mukunda Mala, it is say that Chintam naiva nivartate. See, this is very nice verses. My mind cannot turn from Sri Krishna lotus feet even for a moment. So let my dear ones, other relative criticize me, my superior accept or reject me as they like. The common people spread evil gossip about me. My family reputation be solid for a madman like me. It is honor enough to feel this flood of love of Godhead, which brings a sweet emotion and attraction for my Lord. So this is a beautiful verse. Even though my family member against me, but I do not want to give up. So Prahlad Maharaj also he was unswerving faith in Krishna. So although he was being tortured so many way, the big elephant trampled on him. He was thrown from the cliffs. He was born alive. He was being pierced so many weapons. Every time he was protected, because when Krishna protests, who can kill? When Krishna kills, who can protect? Balasya neha pitaro narsinga. Hari rakhe mare ki, mare hari rakhe ki. So if Lord wants to protect somebody, nobody can kill. So Lord here is protecting his devotee, dear devotees. So he was not killed. So Hiranyakasipu disgusted. Why he cannot be killed like this? What is this? What he has got that he cannot be killed? So bring me. He tried in so many ways. So many of his messengers. So many of his soldiers went there and to kill him, but they could not. Finally, he wanted to kill himself. He administered poison, but still he could not. So he was very, very angry, and he's asking Hiranyakasipu, what is this? This beautiful last conversation between Hiranyakasipu and see? Being abased with anger, Hiranyakasipu was very great in bodily strength, thus chastised his exalted devotee son Prahlad with harsh word. Cursing him again and again, Hiranyakasipu took up his sword and got up from the royal throne. With great anger, struck his fist again in the column. Then from within the pillar came a fearful sound. So actually, before that, there is a conversation that between Hiranyakasipu and Hiranyaksha. O most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me, a supreme being who is above everything, who is the controller of everyone, who is all pervading. But where is he? He is everywhere. Then why he is not present before me in this pillar? So he was very, very angry that when he was poisoning, he was administering poison, and Prahlad Maharaj, it did not impact or effect on Prahlad Maharaj. He was very angry. So he was very angry. Therefore, he was asking this son and cursing his son, what made you such immortal? What made you, who is Hiranyakasipu? You are asking, you are trying to minimize my value as if you are better than me at controlling the senses. Eh? This is over intelligent. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hand. For this kind of nonsensical talk is indulged in by those about to die. So he was very angry because Prahlad Maharaj was fearless. He was teaching him, my lord, this is the real teaching. You will not get it. Matinna Krishna Parato Krishna, because you are so much into uncontrolled sense. You will not, the Krishna consciousness does not arouse. Adant Gobi Tamisram Vishate Tamisram. Adant Gobir means uncontrolled sense. All these materialistic people uncontrolled sense. Therefore, they are not Krishna consciousness. They are not interested in Krishna consciousness. They are all representing this Hiranyakasipu. So then he told Nati Vidhu Sasa Gatimi Vishnu. You do not know what is the ultimate of life, ultimate goal of life, to understand Vishnu, to surrender to Vishnu. And that can be done when you bathe in the dust of the feet of pure devotee. Mahayasam Radha Padarada Abhishekam. So he was very, very angry when he was glorifying the Vishnu. Then he was immediately telling, don't speak all the things. I cannot do, I have no control senses like this. You better, better than me controlling the senses. You are thinking that you are better than me controlling the senses. You don't know I went 1,000 years celestial year, underwent so much austerity to please Brahma to get this benediction. What you are speaking, over intelligent, I cannot do that. What is this nonsense? You are speaking like there's a big conflict between, very, between, there's a fight between two father and son. Eh? Word of war. Then, O most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me, a supreme being who is above everything, who is controller of everything, who is all pervading. But where is he? He is everywhere. Then why is not present before me in this pillar? Because this problem with atheists, they do not believe in God. existence of the God. And here Prahlad Maharaj he is giving statement, no, he is everywhere. Where is your Vishnu? You are talking about Vishnu, Vishnu. He told he is all pervading. एकपियसौ रचयितां जगदण्डकोटिखित्तिरस्ति जगदण्डछायान्दन्तः अण्डान्तरस्थ परमाणु छायांतरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Everywhere, even in atom, he is there. हम सर्वस्य प्रभवमतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा वदन्ते मा बुद्धा भाव समन्विता. Everywhere. मायि ततविदं सर्वं जगत् अभ्यक्तमूर्तिना. He is all pervading. So here, Hiranyakashipu could not take it. Well, everywhere, then this column is there. He could not see the Vishnu because Lord is not obliged to show Hiranyakashipu. But devotees, Prahlad Maharaj, he knew he can see the Lord. He saw this Hiranyakashipu. Yes, he is there. He is telling, yes, he is there. My father is there. That is the different vision. Just like Prabhupada has given example, a car. A car is seen by a layman. A car seen by a mechanic is different. Similarly, to see the Lord, we need devotee. Premanjana churita bhakti bilochanena sant sadaiv hudesu bilokyanti yam sama sundaram achinta guna sarupam govindamadi purushantam bhajami. Prahlad Maharaj could see the Vishnu, but Hiranyakashipu cannot see because the difference. One eye is anointed with love of Godhead, one eye is anointed with envious. So Lord said, Naham sarvasya prakasa yoga maya samarpitam. I was covered I am not obliged to show particularly the fools and rascals. I do not want. Because you are speaking so much nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see your most worshipful God come to protect you. I want to see. That is the climax where the atheist is challenging the theist. Demons is challenging devotees. I am now going to kill you. Now I will see your Lord, your God, so-called, so-called your Ishta Devata, so-called your worshipful God, how he will come and protect. That was the fighting. That was climax of this scene. Being abased with anger, Hiranyakashipu was very great in bodily strength. Thus chastised his exalted devotee son Prahlad with harsh words. Cursing him again and again, Hiranyakashipu took up his sword and got up from his royal throne. With great anger, struck his fist against the column. Then from within pillar came a fearful sound which appeared to crack the covering of the universe. Oh my dear Yudhishthir, this sound reached even the abodes of demigods like Lord Brahma. This Narada Muni is speaking, my dear Yudhishthir Maharaj, that this sound reached even the demigods like Lord Brahma. When the demigods heard it, they thought, oh, now our planets are being destroyed. So much tumultuous sound, Gajjan Gajjayantam Gajayantam Nijabuja Patalam Spotayantam Hatayantam Rupayantam Tapayantam Divi Vividityam Kepantam Kipantam Krindantam Rosayantam Divi Divi with Karanikarasate Divya Singam Naman. So he was coming with Garjantam Gajayantam, so much tumultuous roar that even a Brahma and demigod they thought that our planet is destroyed. The sounds went like this. Dim dim di dimba like this, The beautiful verses is there. So in this way, Lord is appeared from this column. While showing his extraordinary prowess, Hiranyakashipu desired to kill his own son, heard that wonderful tumultuous sound which had never before been heard. Upon hearing the sound, the other leaders of the demons were afraid. None of them could find the origin of that sound in assembly. They could not find out where it is coming. The sound only is so fearful. They were all they were all frightened actually. It's a beautiful verses. This is the actually verse of the day. Satyam vidhatam nijavurta bhasitam vyaptim chabhutesu akhilesu chatmana adhischati atya adbhuta rupam vimuddan stambhe vasabhayam namurgam namanusam. Satyam vidhatam nijavurta bhasitam. To prove the statement of the devotee, because Prahlad Maharaj say, yes, he is in this column. Yes, is this in this pillar, my Lord is there. Because he is all pervading. To prove this statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial, in other words, to prove that Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of God, Hari, exhibited a wonderful form, Adbhuta, Vimudahan, Adbhuta Rupa Vimudaham. This form was neither a man nor a lion, thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. Although Brahma has given benediction, very unthinkable, unscrupulous benediction, because this kind of benediction is particular to a demon is not so advisable, so much accepted, so much judicious to give. Almost immortal. But who can be more intelligent than the Lord? So Lord came in such a, because he asked the benediction, I won't be killed by men, because he knows the men and also animals, because he knows that his brother was killed by animals both. Ramchandra as a man killed Ravana. So he knew all the things. No, I do not want. I don't want to be killed by any man or anything. So in this, I want to be killed by any day and night. So Lord appeared in the dusk to kill him. He got benediction with, I cannot be killed in within resident without, out of resident. At the doorstep he killed. In, he cannot be killed by any weapons. So Lord comes with Adbhuta Nakha. Tabakara Kamala Bare. Adbhutaru. This Nakha with this yeah, nails, wonderful nails. He ripped apart the chest of Hiranyakashipu. That is the prowess of Lord. Satyam Vidhatum Nijavurta Vasika. So he proved that my devotee, my Bhakta Vatsala, his Bhakta Vatsala, he protector of his devotees. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam. He is Ugra, but at the same time Anugraha. To show the Anugraha, he took this Ugra Rupa. Anugrahaya. To show the Anugraha, he showed this Ugra Rupa. So that to teach a lesson that don't mess with my devotees. Such a devotee like Prahlad Maharaj. It's a very good lesson that how we can imbibe the quality, how the Prabhupada has given a very nice that declared in the Bhagavad Gita is that my devotee never vanquished. Kante pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. Prahlad Maharaj, demoniac father, repeatedly threatened to kill Prahlad, but Prahlad was confident that they could not be killed. Since he was protected by Supreme Lord by appearing from the pillar, the Lord encouraged his devotee, saying, don't worry, I am present here. My manifesting his form as a Narsingadev. The Lord also preserved the truth of the Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal, any man. Lord appeared in the form that could not be said to be fully man, fully Narahari Rupa. While Hiranyakashipu looked around, find the source of the sound, that wonderful form of the Lord, which could not be ascertained to be either man or a lion, emerged from a pillar. Amazement, Hiranyakashipu wondered, what is this creature, the half man, half lion? He could not understand. And finally, Lord, Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Kesha Badrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagat Adbhuta Singh. So he killed, ripped apart Hiranyakashipu. In this way, protected. In this way, then next the last 10th chapter was the prayer of Prahlad Maharaj. He was giving so much prayer. He was offering beautiful prayer to Lord Narsingadev. So Lord Narsingadev killed the Hiranyakashipu also, all these his attendants, all his associates, and he was very angry and nobody could approach to him. But Prahlad Maharaj went and Lord was very pacified. After being pacified and offered prayer by all the demigods, also Prahlad Maharaj, he was very happy and wind up his pastime. But before his wind up the pastime, he told a very nice things. In 7:10, he told very nice things that he told that whosoever hear this pastime of mine and Prahlad Maharaj, then he will get the. He offered benediction, but as a exalted devotee, Prahlad Maharaj denied any kind of material benediction, but he wanted to be he wanted to become, he doesn't want, he wanted to associate with devotee, hear the Lord's pastimes. That was his main thing. He had to preach everyone. That was his benediction. So it is said that this beautiful verses 10, 7, 10, 46. Ye tat punyam akhyanam vishnu viroparavitam Kittaya Shradhaya Sutva Karma Pase Vimuchyate. One who hears and chants this narration about the omnipotent Supreme Personality of God Vishnu is certainly liberated from the material bondage. Very, very. Uh, so this is the way that also Narsingadev said that whosoever follow Prahlad Maharaj character and they are exalted, you know, those who follow the example will naturally become my pure devotee. You are the best example of my devotee, and others should follow in your step. Bhavanti Purusaloke Madhavaktasvam Anubrataha. Bhavan me khalo bhaktanam sarvesham pratirupadrik. Very nice verse. Those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotee. You are the best example of my devotee. Others should follow your step. So this is the way how Lord Narsingadev appeared, Satyam Vidatam Nijabhutyavas, to protect his devotee, he came. So that is the business of that is the objective of Lord to descend. Otherwise, the Sudarshan Chakra is enough for Lord to kill all the demons. But he comes to Anugrahaya. He Anugraha to show the mercy to the Lord, to give pleasure to the Lord, to protect his devotees, to show mercy to his devotee. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam. So he comes different incarnation. Thank you very much. Jai Narsindev Bhagavan ki jai, Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Jai Guru Hari Bol, Jai Shri